Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today's story time is going to be about how Crazy went crazy because I didn't want to give him none. Yes, you heard right. Crazy went crazy because I didn't want to give him none. And if you don't know by what I mean by none, is like give up the, you know, mm, you know? Okay. So basically, this day I was at work and it was about like around 6ish that I was already getting off of work. And me and my dad had went to the grocery store before going home, and I get a call, right? So wait, hold on. So my dad gets off, right? And I stay in the truck. And I'm just minding my business, going through what is it called? Facebook. Me going through Facebook, and I get a call from this random number, right? And I'm just like, who is this? Because it could be either two people, Psycho, or so basically it could have been Psycho, because I thought it was Psycho and I wasn't gonna answer until I got a message saying like, oh, I really need to talk to you, and it's ASAP basically. So I'm just like, okay, he wouldn't text me like that. So who is it? So I answer, because at this point, like, they're kind of like blowing up my phone. So I answer, and I'm on the phone with them, right? And they're just like, Crazy's just like, oh, I've been going through it. I'm about to go to jail. I just really need you here for moral support. And I'm just like, where's your family? Like, because why can't they be your moral support, but not in a rude way, but it's just like, bro, I already know how Crazy gets down and I'm not with it. So basically, Crazy is just like, oh, I really need to talk to you, can you pull up on me? Because at this time, Crazy did not have a car, and yeah, that's crazy, because what? But not too much on him, because he had a lot going on, and not even that, he was about out of jail for like 2 months already. And so I was just like, for what? Because no, the last time I had hung out with him, some shit went down, and that's another story time, because boy, what the fuck, what? But that's another story time. So I was just like, why? Why do you really want to need me? And he's like, because I think I'm tripping about a situation, but I just really need a girl's perspective, so I know I'm not tripping. And I'm just like, so basically, like, what is it about? And he didn't really want to tell me. He was just like, bro, please, Anna, please. Because he calls me by Anna. Nobody really calls me by Anna unless it's my family or my family. And he was just like, bro, come on, don't do me like that. Pull up on me. It's gonna be quick. I just really want to talk to you. You're the only one I have. Basically saying that I was chill as fuck. Like, he could actually come to me as a person, and yeah, we could just like talk, basically, he was saying. Okay. So when he was telling me that, like, oh, please, Anna, please, just pull up on me, don't do me like that. And it's just like, all right, because at that point, like, I start to feel bad if I say no to them, and I don't know why, but it's just me, guys. It's like, bro, like, I cannot say no for the life of me. I just can't. I don't know why. Like, I feel like I owe people something when I really don't. Like, cause what? Like, I already did enough for you. But, and we're not gonna get into that. So he was like, just pull up on me. And I'm just like, all right, I'll do it when I get out of work, because I'm still not home yet and I still got to shower. And he was like, okay, but make it quick. Like, huh? What? How the fuck am I gonna pull up and then you still rush me? No, that's not what you're gonna do. So he was like, okay, just try to like rush it, because basically saying take my time, but not really take my time, like rush it, because he was gonna go to Walmart with his stepdad to go get something, so it was gonna buy me some time. mind you guys, this guy lives like probably like 15 minutes from me. Okay, so I get out the shower or whatever, and you know, I get my daughter ready and we start to head out, right? And he's over here like blowing up my phone like, oh, you know, where you at, where you at, basically. And he was like, bro, I know you did not just stood me up, you know, you fake ass fuck. And I'm just like, bro, I'm on your way to you right now, but I need to stop somewhere. Guys, for some reason it's like, bro, I'm dating the mom as well. Cause I take bro, like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like, bro, like, I really care about how your mom views me. So don't do no weird shit. Like, don't do no weird shit and make me seem like what I'm not. Because, bro, I'm really like it's because I'm really like, I'm basically like a mama's girl. I don't know, like, I'm just so like, bro, like, oh, you gotta respect your mom, you know, don't be talking to her no crazy type of way, you know, when she talks to you, you know, stop and listen. But maybe it's just because, you know, I didn't grow up with a mom, and it's just like, bro, like, the amount of guys I could tell you that don't respect their mom, bro, and it pisses me off, because I'm just like, bro, like, if only you knew. But it's just like the way that they be treating their mom is like crazy. It's beyond me. I'm just like, what the fuck? That's how you treat your mom? The one that gave you birth? No. But anyways, so I went to the store and I was over there trying to like buy his mom's flowers, because I usually do that. Before I go to her house, I buy his mom flowers. So basically, I'm just so big on like, oh, you know, getting his mom flowers before I go, because, you know, she deserves it. You know, she's already been through so much with this crazy ass boy. No. And so anyways, I'm like getting her flowers or whatever, and he's over here blowing up my stuff. He's like, bro, where the fuck are you at? You know, no, you're not gonna make me get ready and then you not pull up, bro, because it's another story time, because yeah, no. The fuck. But anyways, I go, right? And you know, I get off, you know, so I'm over there like going up to his apartments, because he lived in apartment complexes. And you know, I get off, I give the mom her flowers, and you know, she's like, thank you. And sorry, she's like, thank you. And so basically, the mom's like, all right, you know, tell me why I wanted to say his name. But anyways, she was like, okay, so basically be on your best behavior, y'all. Like, don't be doing no crazy shit. And I'm just like, you know, I'm not even like that. Like, I don't really even like getting into trouble. I'm not about that drama shit. No, that's not me. And then she's like, no, I believe you, but I'm talking to my son, because you don't know how my son gets. And I'm just like, okay, man, don't scare me now. Y'all, I should have took that as a sign like, boy, we is not leaving your motherfucking house. Because what happened after is like super fucking crazy. Like, what? Anyways, so you know, we leave, whatever, and he's like, oh, you know, play some music. And I hand him the phone so he can play music, and he's over there bumping, you know, he's over there taking videos. I didn't take that as a sign, but I should have took that as a sign, because I should have knew that this boy was messy as fuck. Let me tell you, this boy is messy. This boy is an internet ass. You heard me right. He's an internet ass. Oh, I'm gonna have to bloop that out, because I don't know why I said that. He's an internet ninja. This boy's an internet ninja. Okay? So he was over there like bumping music, you know, some music I know, some other music I don't know, but the music that I do know, we're just like, oh yeah, like we're just singing together, like basically just singing together, like we're vibing, you know. I have my windows down, my daughter's in the back seat, she's not really paying us no mind. And so we're just vibing. You know, he's over here taking videos and everything, right? And so basically at this point I'm driving because I don't really know where we're going, because we didn't even talk about like where we were gonna go. So he was like, so where are we going? And I'm just like, oh, you know, we could go to a park, or it really doesn't matter, like you let me know, and you know, it's cool. And he was like, well, we could go to the park, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. Not only that, my daughter was in the backseat, so that's why I was like, we could go to the park so she could play, and you could tell me whatever you need to get off your motherfucking chest so I could go back home. And so basically he was like, all right, you know, cool. And it took us about like 15 minutes to get to the park, because it was back to where I lived. I don't know why the fuck I would pick a park next to where I live when he lived 15 minutes away from me. So basically I'm driving like 15 to go get him, 15 to come back, 15 to go drop him off, 15 back to my... It made no sense. And it's really because I really didn't know any other parks. I knew parks around, but it was more like oh, they're gang related. Like if you were at that park like later at night, you might get shot, and I was not taking that risk. So I'm over here driving, right? And we get to the park, we get off, and then he starts to like, okay, so no, like, let me back up. Okay, so when we're driving on the way to the park, right, he's over here like trying to be all lovey-dovey, you know, he's over here trying to like kiss on my neck, you know, kiss me. And it's just like, boy, we's not gonna do that, because I know where you been, and no, that's disgusting. And he was like, bro, like, don't even start acting like that. Like, how am I acting, bro? I just don't want to kiss you. Like, don't kiss me, because I'm not gonna kiss you back. And he was just like, bro, Anna, like, why are you being like that? And I'm just like, bro, I'm not being no type of way, I'm just being honest. So basically I'm just like, so what did you want me? Why did you want me to come over here? Like, what was the urgent that you needed to tell me? And he was like, so basically I was effing on somebody, you know, and he found something on her phone, I assume, I don't know. And he was just like, and I noticed I was on P. Okay, I'm gonna give the initials, PH. He was on PH, and he saw something that looks similar to the female and similar to the background of where the female lived. And I'm just like, what do you mean? Like, because I kind of see where you're going, but I kind of don't, and I don't want to like assume. I don't like to assume. And he was like, basically, I think she's on PH, and she effing her mechanic. And I'm just like, what? And he was like telling me like, oh, you know, this is the background, you know, this, and it looks exactly like the female. And I'm just like, first of all, why are you even on PH? And guys, I don't know, like, it could have been, it could have not been, but it's just like, bro, like, I've been accused of being on PH by Psycho, and Psycho made this whole scenario up saying that was me in the video getting effed by my cousin. What? Y'all, that's another story time, because I mean, and I'm just telling like crazy, like, oh, you know, maybe it's not really her, you know, maybe it's, I don't know, her fucking doppelganger. I don't fucking know. Who knows? And basically I was just like, oh, you know, maybe you're tripping, but maybe you're not tripping, because I see where you're coming from, but I really don't see where you're coming from. I see, but I don't see at the same time, you know. And he was just like, you know, telling me like how he was gonna go to jail and all this, and why can't I just be lovey-dovey with him, you know, it's only a few days before he turns himself in, and all this other shit, right? And I'm just like, okay, but what is you telling me for? Like, why are you telling me? I mean, like, I get where you're coming from, and I feel bad, but I really don't feel bad, because you knew what you were getting yourself into, and you still did it anyways. Like, you keep on effing around with the females that are gonna put you back in the same place that you were before. So I don't really feel bad for you. And he was just like, that's crazy that you don't feel bad for me. You know, you effed up. And I'm just like, honestly, the only person I feel bad for is your son, because you keep on coming around and you keep on leaving him for like a year or 2 years and then come back, be here for a month or two, and then go back. Like, at this point, like, I don't feel bad for you. I feel bad for your son. And he was like, that's fucked up that you don't feel bad for me. But it's like, bro, I'm not finna sit here and tell you something and tell you like, oh, I feel bad for you. Like, oh yeah, like, because no, I don't. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. No, you caused that on your own. But anyways, you know, I'm over here like giving him like life lessons or whatever. And he was just like, I don't even want to think about that because it brings tears to my eyes and this and this and that. Okay, so basically we get to the park, right? We get off. You know, we're heading towards the park area. And he's over here like trying to hug on me, you know, like hold my hand. And I'm just like, no, we're not gonna do that because I don't want to lead you on. And no. And he was like, bro, you're being weird as fuck. You know, just do this for me. Do this for me. And I try to like change the conversation because I was just like, okay, let's play tag with my daughter. Like, let's. And then I was like, I'll be it. You know, y'all two run, whatever. Do whatever y'all do. And and I'm over there like chasing them or whatever, and it's probably like past like 30 minutes and I'm just like, all right, you know, like, let's start heading back because I told your mom I was gonna bring you home by 10:30, so I need you home by 10:30. And I was just like, so basically I was just like walking with him. So it was me, my daughter, and then him, right? I'm holding my daughter's hand and he's on the side of me, right? And he's over here like trying to kiss on me. And I'm just like, no, like, I don't know where you've been. Like, don't kiss on me. And he's like, bro, I haven't been with nobody. I haven't been with nobody. And I'm just like, bro, that's a fucking lie because you just told me you was effing on somebody. And he was like, it's not even like that. And it's crazy because I had pictures of him and this other female hugged up and all that. And yeah, that's gonna come like later on in the story. Anyways, he was just like, bro, you're being weird, you know. And we started to like kind of like argue because I don't want him like on me, and he's getting mad because I don't want him on me. Yeah, that makes no sense. But anyways, we head back to my car, right? And I'm just like, you know what, I've always wanted to just like listen to some music and then dance to it. So basically we're like, he's like, okay, you know, I'm down to do that. So basically, like, Crazy is kind of like that. Bro, if Crazy wasn't crazy and Crazy was just him, like, bro, I really see that us being together would be such a good thing because he's romantic in a way. And I don't know how to explain it, but it's just like, bro, like, everything you would want in a boyfriend, Crazy could be, but Crazy's just too crazy, and Crazy got other things going on. But anyways, I was just like, oh, you know, this is one of my dates, like my dream dates, on me just like dancing to some music with my partner, like just being like, you know, funny and goofy and everything. He was like, oh, I'm down to do that. And we were doing that, right? We were listening to some music and I was just like dancing with him, and came the topic of him going to jail. And I'm just like, bro, like, I see where you're coming from, and I see how like where you're at, and I see that you're hurting. And it's just like, bro, like, because in the beginning he wasn't going to turn himself in, but I'm just like, bro, it's much better if you turn yourself in, because they're going to be like, oh, okay, you know, he is trying to change, you know, he did make a mistake. And you know, people live and learn. Like, so basically I'm just like telling him like, oh, you have to do this, you know, it's gonna be more better for you if you do this. And he was over there just like, I was just hugging him and he was crying. In the midst of me hugging him, tell me why this man like leans forward and try to kiss me. And I'm just like, and I'm holding his lips, right? And I'm just like, no, we're not gonna do that. And he starts acting like a kid, bro. He's like, bro, you're on some fucking weird and this is bro, I'm telling you, crazy is crazy. You never know what crazy. Like, you could get a good side or a bad side. This is one of the nights that I kind of got a bad side out of him. And he starts like going in on me. He's like, bro, you're weird as fuck. You know, I don't want you around me. Like, leave, Anna, leave. And I'm just like, bro, I'm not finna leave you here because I brought you from your house and I need to take you back. Because in my head, I'm just like, bro, the mom's gonna think like I'm a fucking like little girl. Like, no, like you just bring my son and just drop him off here and don't even bring him back. Like, no, I'm not like that. I don't care what we're going through. Like, if I picked you up, I'm gonna take you back. Like, I don't care. And so basically I'm just like, bro, get in the car, you know, get in the car. And he's like, no, I'm not gonna get in that car, you know, leave and this and this and that, right? So I'm just like, bro, like, come on, like, don't start this. Like, not only that, it was not even us. It was not only us at the park. There was multiple cars. And I'm just like, bro, like, come on, like, you're doing too much. You're gonna start screaming for what? You know, you don't even know nobody around here, and your mom is kind of far. And I'm not gonna leave you here at a park. Like, and it's dark. No, like, get in. And he was like, bro, you're being weird. You're being weird. And he was like, I'm only asking for one kiss. I'm only asking for one kiss. And I'm just like, bro, okay, like, okay. Y'all, I did not want to give him a kiss because, bro, like, no, I don't know where you've been. And he was just like, bro, I'm only asking for one kiss. And, bro, I didn't want to leave him there. So I was like, all right, bro, I'm going to give you one kiss. Just get your ass in the car so I could go drop you off. And he's like, okay, give it to me. And I'm just like, no, get in the car first. Like, how do I know you're going to get the kiss and you just going to stay here throwing a motherfucking tantrum? And he gets in the car, right? And we're driving and he's over there like trying to touch my thigh. Like, you know how when somebody's like trying to like get some, but, you know? And I'm just like, no. No. And he's like, bro, Anna. And bro, I know when he gives me this look, his crazy is activating, y'all. It's like something switches off in his head and it's like his craziness is activated. And he's just looking at me, right? And he's like, you said you was gonna give me my kiss. And I was like, I am, but you need to hold on, I'm driving. And he's like, bro, please, Anna. And I'm just like, bro, at this point, I put the car in park and I make him get off. Y'all, I know y'all might think like, oh, this bitch left him. No, I didn't leave him. I got off, he got off, and I gave him a peck. And I got back in the car, right? And he's over there like all happy, like, bro, if I made his fucking night, like if I gave him the best kiss there was ever to give in the world. And he gets in and he's so happy and he's over there like jamming out to the music. And he's like, you're gonna stay for a little bit long when we get to my house. And I was like, no, I can't, you know, my mom's waiting on me. And then he's like, bro, you're weird as fuck. And bro, he just starts making this whole commotion again. And I'm just like, bro, you wanted your kiss, I gave you your kiss, now what the fuck is the problem? And he was like, bro, you're really gonna do me like that? You're really gonna do me like that? And I'm just like, bro, how am I doing you? Like, bro, you brought me here to talk about something and you didn't even really talk about it. What are we doing? And he was like, bro, you're gonna stay, like, don't do me like that, don't do me like that, you know, I'm turning myself in on Monday, don't do me like that. And I'm just like, at this point, I'm just like kind of like starstruck, and I'm just like, bro, just tell him what he wants to fucking hear, and when you get there, just be like, your mom called, I don't know. So basically, I'm just like, yeah, I'll stay there for a little. So we're driving, you know, he's driving out to the music or whatever, and we get there, right? Y'all, when we get there, everything just blows up. Like, he's like a ticking bomb. You don't... He's a ticking bomb. And so we get there, right? And I pull up to like where there's like a parking lot, but the parking lot is only for reserved. Okay, I said live in there. And so I'm just like kind of parked, but not really parked because my stuff was still in drive. And he was like, okay, you know, just park over there where other people could park at, where you won't get towed. And I'm just like, oh, you know, I can't stay here, like I have to go, like my mom's over here blowing up my phone. And he was like, bro, I knew you was gonna pull this shit. You're always on some fake ass shit, bro. And then he starts, bro, tell me why this man. So I'm sitting in the driver's spot. He's sitting in the passenger spot. And my daughter's in the backseat. At this point, my daughter's already asleep. And he's over here like, bro, I kid you not. This man had a vape in his hand and starts banging it on his head, bro. And you know, he's hitting his head with the vape pretty hard because you hear the vape cracking. That's how hard this man is banging his head with the vape. And bro, at this point, I'm just like, bro, I'm starstruck, bro. I am so starstruck, bro. And he's like banging his freaking head. He's like, I knew you was gonna do this shit. You're always doing this fake ass shit, bro. Just get down, please. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. And I'm just like, crazy, calm down, crazy. Like, my daughter's in the back seat. Please don't do this. Please don't do this. And I'm basically like pleading with him, like, not to start his bullshit. And bro, tell me why this man is like banging his head with the vape and he's over here stomping like a toddler, y'all. I kid you not. This man was stomping in my car so loud. Bro, I'm pretty sure anybody from the outside could hear what the fuck was going on. That's how hard he was doing it. And he was like, at this point, he's in a mix of anger. He's crying. He's frustrated. And I'm just like over here like staring at him. And I'm just like, bro, like stop. You know, I'm trying to get his hand like to stop banging his head like with the vape. And I'm just like, bro, it's not that serious. You know, I'll come back another day and do whatever you want to do. Talk about whatever you want to talk about. Like, it's not that serious. I just need to go home today. Like, I can't today. And he was like, bro, please, we don't have to do nothing. Sir, who said we was gonna do anything? I'm not finna do nothing with you. And he was like, bro, just get down, please. And at this point, like, I'm not even saying nothing. I'm just looking at him because that's how starstruck I was. This man stops banging his head with the vape and starts stomping, like literally like bro, like stomping like a fucking kid, bro. And he starts banging his head on the windshield. Y'all, when he starts doing that, I get scared. Because I'm over here like looking in the backseat and I'm just like, bro, my daughter's in here. She's asleep. If she wakes up, she's gonna get scared and she's gonna start crying. And bro, that's just gonna put more pressure on me. And I'm just like, bro, like, stop it. Like, what are you doing? Stop it. You're acting crazy. And he was, bro, he starts acting more crazy. And I'm just like, at this point, like, bro, just get off. I'm telling myself, like, bro, just get off. Just get off. And I'm just like, okay. Like, stop. It's not that serious. Stop. I'm gonna get off. And so I put the car in park and I turn off the car or whatever. And I start to get off, right? And bro, I'm so mad. I'm so pissed off, bro, because I'm just like, bro, no, bro, I don't want to do nothing. I really don't want to do nothing. I came because you wanted me to come. I came, and now you're pulling this fucking bullshit. No. So basically, I'm getting off. Like, I'm mad as fuck. Like, I have my keys in one hand, and In my head, I'm just like, bro, like, I don't want to go upstairs with him. I don't want to go upstairs with him. And I don't get my car. I don't get my daughter off. And basically, I get off the car. I open the car door for him. And I'm just like, all right, you know, come on, come on. No, y'all, I'm not going to leave my daughter in the car. If that's what you're thinking. No. But I just wanted him outside my car because, bro, it's like this boy's going to break my windshield. I mean, not my windshield, but my window, because he's over here banging on it. Like, literally, you hear the bangs of the head with the car window. No. And basically, I open it, right? And he's over there, like, starting to head to his apartments. And he sees that I'm not moving. And he's like, bro, get your daughter off. Let's go. And I'm just like, And he's like, Anna, you said you was gonna go upstairs with me. Don't do this. And I'm just like, bro, okay, I get you. Why are you yelling, bro? Calm down. Breathe. Breathe. And I'm just like over here, like telling him, like, breathe. It's not that serious. It's breathe. Breathe. And he's like, you're always doing this shit to me. And bro, tell me why in the corner of my eye, I see a cop car. I see a cop car. So I'm like, all right, you know, at this point in my head, I was just like, bro, I'm going to have to go upstairs with him. Like, no. So I start to get back in my car to go park my car on where every car could park at that won't get towed. And tell me why. I'm like, okay, you know, you stay here. I'll come back. This man was not falling for it. This man was like, I'm going to go with you. I'm going to go with you because I already know you. You finna drive off. So basically, I'm getting in the car, right? I don't even close my driver's side door yet. And he's stepping inside the car with the car door open, right? So tell me why on the side of me, right? Because at this point, I'm like pleading with God. I'm just like, bro, like, I don't say bro, but I'm just like, God, please, like, give me a sign. I don't want to go upstairs with him. Like, who knows what's going to happen up there? Like, no. And so I look on the side, right? And I see a cop car. And I'm just like, look, there's a cop car. Y'all tell me why this man jumps out the motherfucking car, slams the door, and starts chopping. Bro, this man is sprinting. Bro, everything happened so fast, and I'm just like, bro, what the fuck just happened? Because I turn, because I tell him, like, oh, you know, there's a cop car. Y'all, by the time I look at him, he's sprinting over there. He's sprinting across the field. And I'm just like, what the fuck? And I'm just like, bro, this is your chance. Drive the fuck off. Drive the fuck off. Like, don't drive off. And, you know, I put my shit in reverse, right? And, bro, tell me why I hit a curb in the process of me trying to zoom the fuck off. So I put it in reverse, right? And I'm backing up. I run over a curb. And then I put my shit in drive and I drive off. Y'all tell me why the cop car never entered the apartment complex. The cop car just, I don't know what happened to it because I didn't even see the cop car leave. I don't know what happened to the cop car, but it's like the cop car was there and then it vanishes. Cause I didn't see it enter the apartment and I didn't see it like go out. So it's just like, what? But I was like, oh, thank you, God, because I really didn't want to go up there. And so while I'm like kind of like exiting the apartment complex, he starts blowing up my phone. He's like, Anna, where you at? Like, where you at? I'm out here waiting. Like, where you at? Like, where did you park your car? And at this point, I'm not even responding because I'm just like, bro, I'm not gonna go back. And he was just like, bro, Anna, don't do this shit to me. And he's like, bro, I'm gonna kill myself if you don't come over here. Bro, knowing crazy is crazy enough to do it, y'all. He's literally that crazy that he would do it. And he's like, bro, I'm gonna cut myself. I'm gonna cut myself if you don't come back. I promise you I will. I'm not playing, bro. I'm not playing. Come back, bro. I'm waiting outside. I'm gonna stay outside until you get over here. Y'all, when he said that, I kind of started feeling bad, but it's just like, bro, I don't want to do something, and you was not gonna pressure me on doing something that I'm not okay with doing. And he's just like blowing up my phone, and he's over here like calling me. And at this point, like, he's even calling me from his mom's phone. And he's like, Anna, I cut myself. Bro, tell me why. When I get home, I look at the messages, and there's like a bunch of messages. And I see that he's like, oh, I'm gonna cut myself. And bro, tell me why he shows me a picture. This man done slit his motherfucking leg open. It was a big ass gash on his leg, bro. And when I looked at it, it's like you see the meat. Y'all, no. I'm sorry, but it's just like, bro, you're crazy. You're crazy. But it's just like, bro, like, y'all. And that's the last time I ever seen that man, because you could not pay me to hang out with somebody that's that crazy or would do some shit, like some fucked up shit to me. And, you know, no. Like, I know the certain limit to where I'm like, okay, you know, you're never gonna see me again. I mean, you could do some crazy shit and for me to go back to hang out with you, but it's like, no, I think you took it like too far this time, and I don't want you in my circle. I don't even want you around me. I don't even want you breathing the same air I'm breathing. You know what I mean? So basically, that's the story time about how crazy went crazy because I didn't want to give him none. Y'all, please don't put yourself in situations where you know that you might be forced to do something that you don't want to do. And I'm telling you, because I was this close to actually like, you know, because I was that scared that this man was gonna do something. And not only that, I had my daughter with me. And no, you just never know what people like that. Like, it's like, it's either they get their way or you gonna be in the highway being crushed by cars. That's basically what it was giving. And y'all, let me know if y'all want that story time about how my ex left me stranded, because I had posted it, but it was too long, and I just felt like it was there's what, baby? I love you too. There's like multiple things wrong with the video. I mean, as my cousin said, like, it's a good story time, but it's like you lag too much. It's like you pause too much, and I see what she was talking about. That's why I took it down. But let me know if y'all want that story time. But yeah, thank you for coming back to my channel. Thank you for watching the story time, and just like and subscribe, y'all, and make sure you follow my social media at Sunny Angel for Instagram, and for TikTok, Anadora Ortiz, and for Facebook, same thing as my TikTok. Thank you.